Malcolm, tell us about where this ranks in terms of your wins.
No, probably the best. I mean, just having the stature of Lance Armstrong now at the race, it's lifted everybody's expectations as well. We under a lot of pressure to pull it off, obviously with Aaron winning it last year. To do it 2 years in a row is quite an ask, but we managed to pull it off. But I said to the guys, you know, we're going to have a lot of wind tomorrow, and I knew by Misty Cliffs it was going to be a tough part, and we kind of put it in the gutter and we split the bunch up completely. I mean, my team was superb today. I mean, without them I would never have won it. So hats off to my guys, they were really good, and I was happy I could deliver on the line as well.
What sort of influence do you think Armstrong had on the race?
Spectator-wise, probably double than what we normally see out there, so early in the morning, so he's going to have to come back again to get everyone out next year. So. But yeah, I mean, just having him there, I mean, people were just shouting and cheering for him, so it was really good, and obviously it motivates us as well.
Just tell us about the last 2 kilometres. I mean, how did you guys get in that position?
Well, I think the last 2Ks I still had Johan Rabi and I had Nick White, they were both doing a superb job on the front. Lance put in an attack with about 700 metres to go, but I knew when he came around that bend it's in a block headwind, so I knew he was going to fade. I think what he was trying to do is get us to chase, and then Daryl come off my wheel hoping I'd go long. But I've been around a while, so I kind of been through these scenarios, and I managed to work it out perfectly. When I went, it was exactly where I wanted to go, so it was just poetry in motion today.
We saw you cross the finishing line and just screaming with delight. I mean, just describe those emotions that you had.
You can't. It just happens. It's such a high. I mean, it's the most incredible feeling. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of pressure. Obviously, me running a team now, I understand how important it is for us to keep winning. And you know, for Med Scheme, I think they're over the moon as well. I think it was a big one for us to get. And like I said, to win it 2 years in a row, I don't think many teams have done that in the past.
It's amazing that you still got it after all these years, that you can take on the best in the world and still win.
I know, and to sit with all the pressure, you know, the day before as well, being a favourite, it's not easy to pull it off. But I think you learn to handle it. You know, there's different forms of handling the pressure, and I seem to have worked it out. But you always, the night before, really fired up, you know. So I think my wife's had to deal with me the last 2 weeks. I've been a bit of a grumpy guy. But
raced against Lance any other time before this?
I had a '92 Olympics when he was still an amateur. After that Olympics year, we turned pro. And then also '96 when I turned pro in Europe, I raced a couple of classics against him. So I've raced with him. He wouldn't probably know who I am, but I've been around and I've suffered behind him. But it's just great having him here.